thought diamonds are India's biggest export to the US? Well, think again. Turns out, smartphones, especially Apple's iPhones, have quietly taken the top spot. Over the past 3 quarters, smartphones have overtaken non-industrial diamonds in value. iPhones are now outperforming diamonds when it comes to India's exports to the US. Let's break down the numbers. In the June quarter of 2024 and 25, India exported $2 billion worth of smartphones to the US, while diamond exports, which are cut by not mounted, stood at $1.44 billion. This shift actually started last year in December 2023, when smartphone exports reached $1.42 billion, surpassing diamonds for the first time. Now let's fast forward to the final quarter of 2024. Smartphone exports soared by 43% to $2.02 billion, while diamonds fell by 4.6% to $1.24 billion. What's even more remarkable is that just a year before, smartphones were only the 4th largest export from India to the US. Now, they're leading the charge. So what's behind this surge? This massive shift can be largely credited to India's Production-Linked Incentive or PLI scheme for mobile devices, which has supercharged smartphone exports. Just a few years ago, India's smartphone exports to the US were almost non-existent. In FY19, India shipped $1.6 billion worth of smartphones globally, with over $5 million going to the US. Now, if you compare that to FY23, Apple alone exported over $5 billion worth of iPhones from India. As of FY24, iPhone exports reached $10 billion, making up 66% of India's total smartphone exports. Out of this, $5.56 billion went to the US, which now accounts for nearly 50% of Apple's iPhone exports from India. While India's exports make up 10% of US smartphone imports, there's potential for even more growth if India can keep up with China and Vietnam in terms of pricing. And Apple isn't stopping there. By FY26, the tech giant aims to shift 25% of its iPhone production to India, having already moved 12% from China by FY24. With India surpassing Apple's PLI targets, the future looks promising for India to become the top global smartphone export hub.